Hello, everyone, and thank you all for joining us once again. I'm Rita, the American Spaces Director at the U.S. Embassy, Ghana. American Spaces provides access to current and reliable information about the United States through book collections, internet access, and activities for everyone. But due to the global pandemic, we continue to bring you our programs virtually. However, our American Corner is offering some in-person services. You will agree with me that virtual programming allows for us to reach Accra and beyond. Where are you viewing us from today? Would like to know. Please type where you are joining from in the comment box. Your comments and questions as well are welcome in the comment box. For today, as part of the American Spaces Entrepreneurship Series, we are going to have a 4-minute Smithsonian video on US patent and trademark, followed by a presentation on the topic, developing innovative business models for entrepreneurial growth. This topic is critical to successful entrepreneurship, and that's why we have with us Dr. Andrew Ayiku of the University of Professional Studies, Accra, who will be educating us on the importance of developing innovative business models. I have two of my colleagues working with me on this program, Andrew and Archibald. Dr. Ayiku is a business coach and a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies, Accra. He is the coordinator for the MBA Impact Entrepreneurship and Innovation and the patron of the University's Entrepreneurship Club. Andrew is the West Africa manager for E4 Impact Foundation, Entrepreneurship for Impact. That is a spin-off of the business school of the Catholic University of Milan in Italy. Andrew is the lead impact entrepreneurship trainer for the program in this region of ours, where they have trained more than 400 impact entrepreneurs who are currently running successful ventures in various countries in Africa. Andrew holds a Doctor of Business Administration with specialization in business strategy and entrepreneurial marketing. He also has an MBA in marketing, postgraduate diploma in management, and a bachelor's degree in banking and finance. Viewers, with a clap emoji, join me in welcoming Dr. Ayiku to today's session. We will first of all view the short documentary. It's just 4 minutes documentary by Smithsonian. So we would watch that, after which Dr. Ayiku will present today's topic. So over to Andrew, my colleague, to show us the video first. Then Dr. Ayiku will take over from there. Thank you.
The ability to receive a U.S. patent provides the incentive for inventors to choose to disclose their invention, knowing that they can obtain protection to then take it to start, build, and grow a business. Patents, in fact, create and develop entire industries, which produce jobs, a strong economy, and make our lives better, healthier, or more fun. So whether one's an entrepreneur hoping to start a small business in a corner shop, or hoping to, in fact, create something much, much larger, patents are the cornerstone.
My name is Rebecca Hindman. I'm 19 years old, and I'm the inventor of US Patent 7726080. It's for an underfloor storage system. One of the reasons I wanted to get a patent was to protect my rights to my invention.
The granting of patents encourages innovation by providing a legal basis to allow inventors to benefit from their intellectual property.
It offers protection so that other people cannot use your invention without your permission.
It's actually like a piece of property. It's like a deed that you can buy and sell, except it has an expiration date.
Our inventors come from many walks of life and just as many reasons for getting a patent.
A lot of times the patent holder just enjoys the satisfaction of knowing that they have a patent with their name on it.
They have to meet 3 requirements to get the patent. It has to be new or novel, it has to be useful to the public, and it has to be non-obvious.
The examiner will take that patent application, they read through the disclosure, he's looking at the drawings and also the claims, what the applicant is claiming the invention to be.
We will search what we call prior art, which can be magazine articles, journal articles, other patents, or patent published applications.
There could be a new technology that's never been seen before. So, each application is examined very carefully on its own merits.
Now, once that patent exists, it spurs innovation further. By keeping it for an exclusive period of time, it also encourages the inventor to not sit on their invention, but in fact to move that technology forward.
The patent becomes part of the public domain.
Which means it's accessible to everyone. And when it's accessible to everyone, that means everyone can access it, can look at it, can modify it, and again, create the cycle of something new and useful for the public.
It'll create innovation by having these patents available and the designs out there in the market. People will see them and think of something they want to change about them.
The ideas keep coming, and the more that people think of new things and get them patented, that just tells you how our society is going to develop.
It's very common to see something come across my desk and subsequently to see that feature in a smartphone or in a tablet.
By our very nature, human beings are innovators. By disclosing their invention to the public, patent owners provide valuable information to society and inspire the next generation of innovators.
And that's the Smithsonian innovation. We've learned something briefly from that. When we are developing our business models, we should always also try to remember that it's important for us to register our patent. We should register that. We should own our ideas. We should own them. So on that note, thank you so much for viewing the Smithsonian video with us. We hand over the platform to Dr. Ayiku to now start his presentation. Thank you, Dr. Ayiku.
Thank you very much, Rita. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Let me just try to enlarge my presentation. So thank you very much, viewers. Rita, is everything okay?
Yes, excellent.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So thank you very much. And our discussion today is going to be focused on developing innovative business models for your entrepreneurial growth. A lot of people are always having business ideas. A lot of people are thinking about running their own businesses. People are running startups. But the key question you need to ask yourself is that, do you have a business model? How are you running it? Businesses are not run because other people are doing the same thing you want to do. And you can't run a business with the same behavior. You need to run your business on a model. So we'll take some of the models that will help you, especially during this period that things are not certain. You are not even sure of how the customer is going to behave tomorrow. So our learning journey today will take us to our value proposition. Do we have a value proposition? What is the value of the business that we are selling to the customer? We also lay emphasis on our team strategy. Most of us think that when we are running a business, everything should be focused on us. No, you don't have all the skills. So how do you get a team in place? And that team will help you to develop very innovative business model. Then we'll take a look at our market strategy. What is your market strategy? How do you enter the market? How are you going to sell? The way you were selling last year, you can't sell the same this year because the tastes and preferences of customers are changing. Because of technology, the consumer has so much information that affects his decision making. So when the customer has to take a decision, where are you? Where are you in the market when it comes to decision making? If we're going to look at our customer segments, who is our customer? Is it the buyer or the person who is consuming the product? And what are our revenue models? And what are our financial models? So with this learning journey, I hope you'll be able to develop innovative business models for our entrepreneurial growth. So let's start. So what is a business model? Why am I laying emphasis on a business model? The business model focuses on the rationale of how your business, the business that you work for, the business that you are working for, how do you create, deliver, and capture value? So it is not what you think you are giving the customer. It is not what you think you are supplying. So if you are selling a pencil to the customer, the key question you need to ask yourself is that, how am I creating value for this pencil? How am I delivering the value for this pencil? How is the customer going to capture the value for this pencil? Anybody at all can walk out to the field and tell the customer, please, I'm selling pencil, come and buy. The key question is that, what is the value of your pencil? What does your pencil bring on board? What does the customer capture when it comes to your pencil? And how do you deliver the value? So the customer at the end with your business model is not buying a pencil, but is buying the value that the pencil comes with. As we talk about the business model, the key question you need to ask yourself is that, what are you offering to the market? The customer has a taste. That taste is defined by the customer pain points. So how will I identify what is the problem? What does the customer want? What does my client want in the market that I want to sell? So don't just stop. We are in Ghana. We've heard about a lot of businesses that have failed, that have collapsed, just because they don't have a business model. They don't know what they offer. They don't know whether it is the customer that is generating the demand, or they themselves thinking that the customer may need this and that is why I'm coming out with it. It doesn't work that way. So think about your revenue model and think about your value chain when it comes to your business model. So this is a typical business model. The slides will be shared. The templates are online. You ask yourself, who should I partner? And those of us in businesses who think we can do everything, it's totally wrong, because research have shown that successful businesses that we aspire to be, that we look up to, they develop partnership. Who are your key suppliers? If your competitor can be a partner, then ask yourself, which activities do I do? I meet a lot of entrepreneurs. I meet a lot of businesses. When you ask them what do, they do everything. It doesn't help. You can't do everything. What are the key activities that your business will be able to perform? Your key activities is what you think or what you know your core competence helps you. And sometimes you meet people and you ask them, what about your resources? What resources do you need? What resources do you have to buy to enable you work the business model? They don't really know. One of the key resources is finance and human capital. What is your human capital? Yourself, you are running your own business, you are an entrepreneur. How well have you built your competence? What is your understanding of the business that you are doing? But the most important thing about the business model is your value proposition. I will spend more time talking about the value proposition. So what is your value proposition? What is the benefit? Why would the customer come to you? What are you offering to the customer? Some of us, we think we are doing customers a favor, so we don't develop customer relationship. Now, let me ask you this question this afternoon, sorry. How do you get customers? How do you keep them? And how do you grow them? Just take this away from me if you're not learning anything at all today. How do you get the customers coming to buy from you? How do you keep them? And how do you make sure you grow them to have a referral strategy? Most Ghanaian businesses, they always think, even businesses all over, they think they are doing you a favor because you're coming to buy. No. So ask yourself, what is the customer relationship? And what customer segment am I targeting? We should stop this whole idea that even water people have choices when they want to buy water. So what are you selling? You are not selling to the whole country. So identify the customer segment you want to sell to. and understand things are changing. Your distribution model. Now look at Bolt, look at Uber. A research has shown that a lot of sales deliveries are done through these two channels. So why do you expect people to walk into your shop when the delivery channels are changing? It doesn't work that way. And you see people running their own businesses, and when you what's the business model on costing, they can't separate their personal finances from their business finances. Excuse me to say this, but they chop everything. We don't do that in business. In business, you structure, you have a spending plan. What am I spending this week? What am I spending on? When do I need to save money? And then finally, we'll talk about the revenue model. How do you make money? What is your customer paying for? So let's start. Please understand this. You fell in love with your customers' pay, not your solution. People go about, oh, I'm producing this. Then I ask them, is that what the customer wants? You can't develop a business model, an innovative business model, when you think you are giving them the solution, but it's not them. The customer needs you to love their pain. What do I mean by the customer's pain? The customer needs to buy water. Why would the customer want to buy the water? What pain is he going through? Is the pain based on convenience? Is the pain based on cost? Is the pain based on customer service? Is the pain based on delivery? Ask yourself, if you're able to ask yourself these key questions, it will be easier for you to create opportunities for your businesses. I've seen a lot of people creating opportunities, but please, you don't identify such opportunities to develop business models when you don't understand the customer's pain. The customer has a problem. Identify the problem so that you'll be able to sell to them. So the customer pain may come from financially. How do you price your product or your service when you don't take into consideration whether the customer can pay or not? How do you price when the customer is more interested in support services? People are buying laptops, people are buying a lot of gadgets, but they need support. And one of my customers produces softwares to support businesses in accounting. People have bought this software, but the question is that how is he supporting their pain? How is he ensuring that they're able to meet the needs of the businesses? And pain through processes. Somebody wants to buy something from you. Go here, go and pay there, move to this side. Do you think the customer has time to go through such processes? No. The customer wants you to serve with speed. So when you understand the customer's pain, you understand how to develop a business model. In developing an innovative business model, you need to understand what are your competitors doing. Please don't ignore them. Learn about your customers, follow them. Your competitors are key to your growth. So just take this template. Think about this. What are your competitors' strengths? What is their market share? And what is their weakness? What are you learning from your competitors? Listen, if you have a competitor in the market, understand whether you are following them, whether you are the market leader, or you don't have a choice but to collaborate with them. And understand what your market positioning is. If you don't know your market position, how do you develop innovative business models? You can't, unless you understand your market position. So take this template, understand, take 2, 3, or 4 competitors, do a profile of them, understand the market. So when I meet people and I ask them, what do you do? And they tell me, oh, these are my competitors. Then I ask them, what are you competing on? You cannot just get up and say somebody is your competitor when you have not done the competitive analysis of them. Then you don't know how to develop an innovative business model. When you're able to develop an innovative business model, you know the products and services you offer. They have a value because you understand what your competitor is giving and yours is better than your competitor. So please do a competitors analysis. And this template is online. Check it out. Understand the pricing strategies of your competitors. I made mention from the beginning that we are going to focus. We are going to talk about our value proposition. So what are the benefits of your products or your services to your client or the customer? Please, it is not you. You will be able to identify your value proposition when you know their pain. So the customer's pain will help you to derive what are the benefits of your services and your products. So why are they buying from you? Why are they buying your product? Why should they come to you? Why should they call you? And in understanding your value proposition, you need to know what drives it. Your customer's pain and your competitor's weakness. So if your customer has a pain and your competitor is not able to satisfy that pain, it's an opportunity for your company to innovate. That is how you come up with the innovative business model. So just think about this. What are the pain? If you don't understand the pain, then you won't understand why your competitor is not able to support them. So please take this into consideration. Understand the pain, know your competitor's weakness, and you should also innovate. Innovate the business model. When you innovate the business model, you come out with what we call the product market fit. Your product needs to fit the market. Your product needs to fit the client's pocket, their purchasing power. If you overprice, who is going to buy from you? And what would they be buying from you? So understand that your product needs to fit into the market. I talked about a team. Who is part of your entrepreneurial team? Who are you taking decision with? Do you have a business coach? Do you have a mentor? How do you increase efficiency? How do you identify key targets for you to sell? So it's not just about the selling, and it's not about you, it's about the client. And for you to meet the needs of the client, you need to strategize. So in developing a strategy, you need a team to do that. Please have a team that is thinking beyond today, a team that is thinking about the future. How can we sell? How can we grow our customer base? Month by month, everything is stated. And please, you can't do this alone. You need a team to be able to do it. So how do you select the team? Look at yourself. Do a needs analysis of yourself. What is your strength? What is your weakness? Myself, my background is in marketing, strategy. I don't have any much strength in finance. One of my team members is finance. My other team members is IT. And that is how I run my company. What about you? Think about it. Now, most people don't really think that they need partners. Oh, Andrews, they will steal my business. Hey, don't know these people. They know they won't steal your business. Listen, you need partners to be able to enter into certain markets. There are certain markets in the sub-region I have entered because of partnership. I have a partner in Liberia. My first training opportunity in Liberia was through that partner. So why should I sit and do things on my own when I need partners to be able to go? I am developing an innovative business model, not just for Ghana, not just for Accra, for West Africa, because of partnership. So identify that your business needs partnership. For instance, you want to sell in Kumasi. What do you know about Kumasi? Who do you know there? Do you understand the market analysis? Why don't you partner somebody in Kumasi who understands the market to be able to help you to sell? And if you are able to do partnership, it will help you to have unique customer knowledge, expertise of the customers. Please don't think that whatever sells in Accra, in this small Accra space, is the same thing that sells in Kumasi. No. The customers over there are different. Their purchasing power is different. Their spending plan, their personality, their behavior is different. And if you're able to develop partnership as part of your strategy to develop innovative business model, you have access to new markets. I have access to new markets in Accra because of a partner. Because I said to myself, let me develop a business model that helps me to go to other regions without setting up an office. And I'm there now. What about you? Make sure you partner. Another interesting thing about developing innovative models is to understanding who are your customers, who are your clients. I don't mean your relatives, please. I'm referring to your customers. Your relatives, some of them will come and take the things they won't pay. Some of them will come, they borrow. Look for your clients. Look for the buyer and the user. The difference between who is paying for the commodity and who is using the commodity. So do you really know if you don't know who your clients are, you'll not be able to develop innovative business ideas or innovative business models, because your clients' changes in taste and behavior will let you know whether you are meeting them at the point of their need or whether you are satisfying a pain that you have been able to satisfy or identify. So key questions I want to ask you this afternoon. Who are your customers? How are you helping them? How are you interacting with them? I was doing training recently to a company and I'm asking them, they said initially our clients wanted us to bring everything to them, print everything to out. Now we don't know what is happening to them. Everything, send me email. Don't you have an app? How can I buy? I want to buy things easily. I want to sit in my office and buy things up. So what are you doing? And how are you reaching your clients? So I hear a lot of people telling me, oh, I'm on social media. Please, hold on. You can't be on social media because Facebook has a strategy. Instagram has a strategy. Twitter has a strategy. So when you tell me you're on social media, I ask you, what is your strategy on social media? You think when you post something and people look at your status, does it mean they are your customers? They are your followers. They are giving you fans. Those fans are fake fans. Look for people who will follow you and they turn into customers. How do I turn those leads into clients who are going to give me money? So the bottom line is that what interactions, what conversations are you having now on social media? Is it just about posting videos? How do you put content on social media? It's a business strategy. So those times when people write, now they don't want to write, now they want to see pictures, they want to see videos. So when people go to your website, what do they see? Now people are not talking about website. When they go on social media, what do you have? What is your presence in social media? And how much are people willing to pay when you go online to buy from you? And what do you do better? These are key questions you need to be asking yourself about your customer. And when you are able to answer these questions, you'll be able to develop an innovative business model. A lot of us are always ready to ask, how much will you charge me to do a market research? Please listen to me carefully. And this is based on 10 years experience. If you allow people to pay, you pay people to do market research for you, they'll bring you data from the internet. When you step out, your legs on the ground, and you go and interview clients, listen, do a focus group, do 10 people. And please, I said not your relatives, not people who say good things about you. Look for people who will criticize you, look for people who genuinely tell you how they feel. You need to understand the market trends. What is going in the market? How much are people willing to spend? If you need to understand your competitors, yes, you can go to their website and the rest. That is not enough. Do window shopping, do mystery shopping, go to their office, apply for a job there to understand clearly what they are doing. If you want to understand prices, please go to the market, buy those products, come and put them down. Understand how much a customer is willing to pay for a product and how much they are willing. That is proper market research. Not the one that people desktop research. That doesn't give you a true reflection. So if you want to change your business model now, think about your market analysis. Think about, do I understand the client's behavior? Do I understand what is their consumption rate? How much are they buying? And make sure that before you develop your marketing plan, understand your location. Have you done a location analysis where you are located? Check your location, whether your customers are there and whether they are willing to buy and whether they have the purchasing power to buy, no matter where they are located. So before you develop your market strategy, think about your customer, think about market research, understand the pricing analysis, identify the market trends, the industry trends. So if you are doing sobolo, what are the industry trends? If you are doing pineapple, what are if you are doing cut fruits, understand the marketing trends. What is happening in your market? And if you are doing services, what kind of services are you doing? And what is happening in the services market? It's very important you do that. If you are able to undertake a proper marketing strategy process and marketing analysis, you come up with a marketing strategy where you understand your customer. So when you go out and understand how your consumption rate of your customer is, you understand who your customer is. You understand how to analyze the market, analyze your contribution, the competition, and then research into distribution. So for instance, there's a company we are doing a research for. And we have asked them to let their employees be part of the business we are doing. They sell in the market, but they want to understand what is the distribution strategy of their competitors. So they are all in the market with us, understanding how their competitors are selling, because the company wants to come out with an innovative business model. What about you? How do you come out with an innovative business model when you sit in your office? No. How have you defined your marketing mix in terms of your price, your product, your promotion, your place? And remember, there are other things that comes into the marketing mix, like the people you work with. How have you educated them? So when they go, they sell your company. What about your company location, the ambience, the office itself? Think about it. It helps. And how do you review your business model? So let me ask a question. So in 2019, your business model is that people come to your office to do salon. So you run a salon, you run a barbering shop, and these are some of my clients. People normally come, then COVID came in, then they called me, Andrews, what else should we do? I said, because you have not been able to innovate your product, now call them. Can I do anything at home? Now clients are thinking more about their safety. So what are you doing in your office? How are you putting safety measures for them when you are serving them, when you are going to them? How do you do that? How do you interact with them? So the past business model that you had, you cannot use it now, because the tastes and preferences, customers' demand for things, customers' convenience have changed, and people are opening shops, people's offices, visitors, customers' leg traffic has reduced. Customers want to be served in another way. How are you serving them? What is your marketing strategy process for your organization? You cannot be successful if you continue using your old business model. Change it. Think about something. So at the university, where we are doing about 60% face-to-face and 40% online, you need to satisfy the client. So what are you going to do? Or you tell them that because you can't come face-to-face, I'm closing the university. Think about all this. How do you serve them, and how do you serve them better? How many of us have a revenue model? How many of us know how we generate cash? Which customer segment are you generating more cash? So what are your customer segments? Somebody will tell you, I have B2C and I have B2B. The key question I want to ask you this afternoon is that, how much is the B2B bringing to you? And how much is the B2C bringing to you? You need to understand these are two different customer segments with two different strategies and models. The way you serve B2B is not the same way you have to serve your B2C. So who are your key clients? How have you been able to identify them? Where are they located? What is their purchasing behavior? And no, keep on asking yourself these questions, because you cannot continue running the same business the same way you used to, because your clients are changing. Initially, when you buy a photocopier, you cannot do printing, cannot do combining, you cannot do so many things. What are the current photocopiers doing? Because they've changed their business model. Initially, when you buy a phone, how many things can you do with the phone? Now, when you buy an Apple phone and you are teaching, you don't need to have your laptop. You can just be scrolling and then changing your slides, which means Apple is changing their business model. Uber, they have Uber Foods. They have so many. Look at KFC in Ghana. And why are they expanding? When you go to Kwashima, KFC is there. Why? Ask yourself these key questions. They are changing their business model. So you cannot just be static. Think about, how can I change my business model to be able to sell in the market? Let's look at your finances. Let's look at your cash flow. What goes into your cash flow? How do you develop a spending plan? How are you managing your cash? What do you spend your money on? You run a business and you can't separate the funding from the business, how you use money and your personal finance. So how will you get people to invest in your business? When simple cash flow. So people come and they say, I don't understand finance. So what do you want me to do? You need to understand where your money is going. Nobody will invest in your business when you don't understand where your money is going. In terms of profit, in terms of business, in terms of financing, how do you intend to finance your business? This is very important that you take this into consideration. Financing can change the entire business model. And a lot of SMEs have collapsed in Ghana because they were not able to manage their finances well. So how do you manage? Do you keep records? Do you keep receipts? Or you just buy? You just buy anything. What are you investing on? How much money do you have for your retirement? These are key questions you need to ask yourself. Let me briefly go back to what we've discussed before I take your questions. So you can send your questions to the chat or you can ask directly. So what we have been doing this afternoon is to think about how to develop innovative business model for entrepreneurial growth. And the focus is the value proposition, the team strategy, your entrepreneurial strategy in terms of the team, the market strategy, the customer segments, your revenue, and your financial model. And I said, think about this. When people talk about your business model, the key question is that how do I create, how do I deliver, and how do I capture value? Just these three things. You have an organization that wants to create value for customers. The same organization should think about how do I deliver this value? But the most important question is that how do customers capture this value? And we talked about the fact that if you want to understand how customers capture your value, you should know what you offer. You should know why you are offering it. You should know how you are offering it. So what is the value chain? To who am I selling to? What is the revenue? How do I want to make money? And what is my value proposition? And I said, this template is online. You can get this anywhere. It is about the business model canvas. But what we are reviewing today is that how can we have a better business model canvas? By focusing on certain things. One, the customer is paying. And I meet a lot of entrepreneurs over my 10 years business coaching. And all that they tell me is that they have a solution. Then my next question is that, is this solution coming from the customer's pain? Or you just got up and said, no, I have a solution? No. It should come out from a customer's pain. So what is your customer's pain? If you understand what the customers want in terms of sanitation, in terms of food, in terms of healthy food, in terms of drink, in terms of clothing, you understand the opportunities available based on the pain that you have identified. Then we talk what are some of your customers' pain? Where is the pain coming from? Is it coming from your pricing model that you have priced your commodities so high that the customer has to think about how am I financially strong to buy from you? Or is the pain coming from productivity? Is the pain coming from support? So a lot of people buy stuff and they tell me, I can't continue doing business with them because they don't support me. When was the last time you check on your clients? Or you are running a microfinance and you only check on them when they own you. They have not paid their repayment. When was the last time you called them to check on their business? When was the last time you had interaction with them? Or you have sold an app to them, and as for you, you just sold the app, you don't care. If they need any services, you charge. I know a lot of guys who they build websites for people, and when they build the website, that's all. They don't follow up, they don't review, they don't give any advice. Are you running a business with this attitude? Then that whole business model will not survive the test of time. And then processes of doing businesses. Then we talked about what are your competitors doing? And most people will tell you that they are competing with businesses, they have no idea about what they are doing. So we simply said, don't worry about it at all. Just from today, do a competitors analysis. Understand understand your competitors' pricing, their distribution channels, their market share, their target market. Understand this. And somebody will ask, so how do I do this? Do a market research, do it yourself, or do mystery shopping. Go to their office, take their brochure, talk to people, identify what they are doing. And I can tell you that there are a lot of things people are doing that is not available on the internet unless you go there and speak to them. Do the legwork, speak to their customers. Listen, if I want to chase a customer and that customer is for a competitor, and I want to understand what my competitor is doing, I go to the customer to ask, what at all are they doing for you? Can you please tell me what they do for you? To understand clearly if I can do something better, because I want to understand my value proposition. And that value proposition is the benefit. I want to understand what are the benefits that I'm giving my customers and my clients as well. Apart from the benefit, I'm asking myself, what are my competitors' weakness? Where are their weakness if I want to survive? I need to understand that. And what is my innovation? So sometimes people tell you that I have a business I want to run, and I ask them, what is the innovation about this? Then they are looking at you. They just want to do what everybody is doing. It doesn't work that way. Think about being innovative. Think about your product market fit. Your product or your service needs to fit into a market. And in fitting into the market, look at the pricing, look at the market itself, and look at what other people are producing. So you clearly understand what is your product market fit. And then I talked about in making sure that you have a business model that is innovative, have a team in place, but have a team that works together. Have a team that identifies strategies and targets, not just a team. So your conversation should change from today, because in developing a new business model, you can't talk, you can't think like you used to. This year, I said 2021, I need to have a new board of advisors because they need to push my company. So identify key people. And I am so shocked about their thinking. Last year, those I worked with, their thinking was more local. Now, those I'm working with, their thinking is advanced. They are opening doors, not windows. So look for a team. Look for people who advise you to open doors, to improve on your performance, to get you deals to do. Not the one way things, don't be satisfied, don't be comfortable. Then you don't want to change your business model at all. And one of the things I've learned that has changed my business model is developing partners. There are new markets I've entered. Listen, I have actually reduced my total investment for my business just because of partnership. In fact, there's a software we use. There's this partner who has given it to us. We don't pay anything just because of partnership. Identify a partner that works with your business model, which will enable you to improve it. I've looked for a partner that gives me broader product offerings. So now I'm offering large products and services to a large market before 2021. What about you? Now I have enough customer knowledge about my competitors, about my clients, just because of a partner. Then now I'm asking myself, in developing a new business model, who are my customers? Who are they? Where are they? I'm looking for them. And the customer, the new business model is taking me to the right customer. Haven't you seen people open shops? People put things on their status and nobody is buying because they don't know who their clients are. So look for them. Then we talk about in looking for your clients, ask yourself, who are they? How do I help them? How do I interact with them? How do I reach them? How do I get them to pay? How much are they willing to pay? And I talked about market research. If you are running a business, please, today, start doing the market research. A lot of businesses, a lot of people, what I've started doing something, I'm going goats, the courier, do this. My question is that, have you done a market analysis? What is the taste? Who is going to buy? And how much are they going to buy? People need to understand that you need to do a market research. Do it on your own. Do a focus group. Talk to people who will tell you the truth. And then you are able to develop a marketing strategy. And in your business, you to develop a model. Don't say that I sell and people buy. That's how I make money. No, what are the other ways you can make money? Document your money-making process. Document your revenue. And then lastly, we talk about our cash flow. What is your cash flow? What is your spending plan? Yourself, ask yourself today, do I have a cash budget for my business? Or from work to home, from work to nobody works like that? How much do you save every month? Your business model don't need to be static. It needs to be evolving. It needs to be innovative because your clients are innovative. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Ayiku. Thank you for this insightful presentation on developing an innovative business model. Thank you so much. The business proposition and all that, value added, how you add value, competition and all that.
Exactly.
We are so grateful. We are so grateful. This has been so good. I have learned a lot, and I believe that our viewers have also learned a lot from you. In fact, it's an interesting topic, very important one, and we have questions. So many questions flowing. So I would begin with the first question. Our first question is, in this 21st century, would you say technological innovation should be the premise for an innovative business model?
I totally agree. Technological innovation should be the lead, and that is leading in all the various sectors. So, for instance, from education to manufacturing to all the various services and product-based businesses that I know, technology is leading. Technology has come to stay, whether we have a choice or not. So, technology is key in this innovation model. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that great answer. Why is a value chain, a value proposition, why is it important to the customer? Why is the value chain, the value proposition important to the customer?
Well, one of the things why value proposition is important for the customer is that a customer doesn't buy a product because it's available on the market.
Okay.
A customer buys a product because of the benefits that it gets from the product. So if you don't understand the benefits you are giving the customer and you think the customer comes to your shop to buy because the shop is available or the website is available, then you are getting it totally wrong. So people watch your status in the morning. People buy from you. People go to your Facebook page because they want value. You are joining this program this morning because of the value. Not that you have, I'm not sure you have very important things you need to do at home, but you want to join because you want to learn something. And that is the value that this American space is giving you. So please, you can't do a business without the value proposition. It's key.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's very, very important. Value proposition is very important. You have to consider what are the benefits. And I believe that we are giving some benefits by doing this presentation, by bringing this program to our viewers today. We are bringing some value proposition to them. And that is why they keep coming back to us to be with us on our program. Thank you for the awesome answer. Abundant Agri, one of our Facebook viewers is asking, do you necessarily have to compete or focus on building equality? Building quality, do you necessarily have to focus on that? If you can expatiate on that for us.
Okay, so if you want to build a business, and I spoke about having your competitors analysis, you know where you compete on. Are you competing on quality or you are competing on quantity? Are you competing on speed or you are competing on delivery? Are you competing on technology or you are competing on staff? These are key questions you need to ask yourself. So the first thing is that you can't do away with quality because customers understand. And customers, whether you like it or not, they want quality things. So how do I put quality in whatever I'm doing? And the total quality I'm talking about comes with the service delivery. How do I deliver service which carries quality to my client? So you can't do away with quality. It's key for whatever you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Another wonderful answer. Today we are taking all the information from you. By the time you get back to your group, they will say, Coach, you released all the information out there. Yes, thank you so much for giving us all these insightful information. There's another question that is coming from our viewers. One of them is asking, what are hybrid business models? What are hybrid business models?
So there are certain innovative business models that have taken over technology-wise, where, for instance, let me use for agri businesses. So there's a program we run, there's an accelerator program we run, where most of the big businesses that are coming on, they are interested in hybrid products, high technology products. They are of a certain level. So they are not just doing the normal farming business that we know. So this incubator is for hybrid products. The same applies to technology, where we are running an IT program where apps, it's only apps, they are of a certain level. And that is where the taste is now. The taste. So if you are developing a business model, which kind of business model do you want to develop? Especially if you want to be innovative, what level do you want? So it's another level that if you have the machinery and if you don't have the competitive advantage, you can surely enter. Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's great. I believe our viewer is satisfied with your answer. That's a great answer. Thank you so much. And then the next question is, how do entrepreneurs expand and protect their innovations and impact society? That's another great question. How do entrepreneurs expand and protect their innovations whilst they impact society?
So one of the key ways of impacting or protecting your innovations is through the patent, from what we learned this morning. And I know a lot of businesses that normally comes to me, I ask them, bring a note disclosure before we meet. When I hear about their business idea, I ask, have you done the patent? The first question they will tell you that it's very difficult when you go to the corporate right office. And then I ask them, have you started? They say no. I said, go there. So people come, they are doing products. Oh, I'll be able to do this. Somebody is doing a sauce. And I said, have you been to standard board? He said, no. I said, go to standard board. You see, when you have set things patented, it helps the innovation to grow. Secondly, if you want to expand in your business model, please, I have tested it. It's partnership. Do partnership to expand. You don't have to go and open offices. You should be available to partner businesses that think like yours. Listen, I've been partnering my competitor. You'll be shocked in doing business, in applying for tenders together. Initially, when I go, I don't get it. But now I'm expanding into other markets. I used to be in services. Now I'm into agribusiness because of a partner. That's how my expansion strategy is. So make sure that you patent your innovation. Whatever you do, patent it. Before you discuss with anybody at all, do a non-disclosure. Go to the registrar. It doesn't cost much. Patent it there. You can't imagine the idea you patent today. And I can give this example. Yomi Yogurt, when they started, if they are not gone through patent, do you think they'll be surviving for the past 16 years? Somebody may have taken over. But now they can take you to court. People are scared because when you use their stuff, they will take you to court. They will sue you because they understand clearly. They painted everything. So that is what we shouldn't think that, oh, why should I do that? Your idea is great. When it tells you where it started from, his kitchen, and then you were right away you realize that you need to paint it. And that is why he's in business for 16 years. So please do that. Thank you.
And you were just as, thank you for the great answer. Wonderful answer. And whilst you were answering that question, you did say somebody was producing sauce and you asked the person to go to the standard board to
Exactly.
go
Yeah.
and talk to them. So
Okay.
at what point, when you are manufacturing or when you are making a product, what are some of the organizations where you can go to patent? Is it the copyright office? Who goes to the copyright office? Who goes to standard board?
Okay, so if you are into food, you are into drinks, you are into beverages and other things, you go to the Food and Drugs Board for them to test your products, and you go to standard board whether it's the quantity of all those chemicals are up to. Now, this product needs to be patented either in your name or in your company's name. You have registered as sole proprietor or not. I don't want a situation where tomorrow you have your own company, but somebody has a website selling the same thing. Just because you have not gone through the regulation. For instance, people come and they are selling food. Then I ask them, do you have a food handling certificate? Then they will be looking at you. You need that because somebody can rush. And when you go and the person uses your company's name, then you have to go and change. The person can just move on. And people do that a lot. The moment they hear that there's a new company that has been set up, they just go online to search whether you have registered your domain name. If you are not registered, you realize that your company you have, somebody have opened a website in the same name. So what will you do? Baby, you have put all your passion in it. So the Registrar General is there, the Food and Drugs Board is there, the Standard Board is there, the Corporate Right Office is there, and they are there to help us. They are there to help businesses. So don't shy away from going to them. If you don't register today, somebody will go and register a business in your own name. And when you find out from them, they are not doing anything. They are just there doing that, and they'll just collapse your business. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this great direction, insightful information. Please don't let anyone steal your ideas. Go there, go to those offices and register your great ideas. Patent them so that nobody goes there to do that before you. When you actually had the idea, developed it, and then you are just there, and then somebody all of a sudden takes over from you. Thank you for the great direction. You know, the questions are just coming in. It's an interesting topic. So we'll continue to ask the questions. They are just coming in. In pricing, another question from our viewers. In pricing your products or services, is it advisable to lower your price as compared to that of your competitors just to get customers?
Thank you. So I want to start from the so you don't just lower your price. There are certain pricing models that are there. One, we have penetration pricing. Are you lowering your price to enter into the market? That is one. Or we have scheming pricing. These are all pricing models. So the scheming pricing, are you trying to lower the price so that people, how do you want people to react to it? There's also
He's saying that he wants to reduce his price so that he can draw customers, probably take customers from others.
So please, do you know that when you reduce the price, customers will think your goods are inferior? Are you aware of that?
Okay.
Are you aware some people don't buy things because they think that as far as the price is less than their competitor, is not good? When people have such impressions, so that's why pricing is a strategy. Gone are the days that we say, oh, this how much this pen costs. Let me come out with this one, and it's no, it doesn't work that way. Now you need to think about what is the business strategy behind the pricing, and how long do I want to reduce the price? That is why when you watch ShopRite will tell you our prices are down, but it's 99 point something. It's called psychological pricing. They have reduced their price, but it's psychological. You go to Malcolm will tell you that every Wednesday is come, I'll reduce the price. It's all psychological pricing. So maybe it's not reducing your price there to make it cheaper, but you want to play psychology on the customers. So the customers may buy more when the price is low, and they may buy more still when your price is high. So you need to think through it. How do I want to make my pricing? My pricing should depend on what? And if I lower my price, will I be able to meet my cost? Don't lower the price and you'll not be able to break even. Then at the end, you won't have anything in your pocket. So just think about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us the different types of pricing and what goes into it. Great. We're learning a lot from you. Thank you so much. Ruth is asking, how do you deal with customers whose preferences change all the time?
Ruth, the tastes and preference of customers are not determined by you. They are determined by them. And because of that, there is nothing you can do. You need to innovate. You need to change your business model. You need to run with them. If you sit and you want to, they will not, they will change forever. Haven't you changed? The way you dressed last year, are you dressing the same this year? What I want you to understand is that Nokia and iPhone, what is the difference between the two of them? Because of customers' changes and preferences. One is having iPhone 5, iPhone 6. Every now and then they are changing. Why? Because customer tastes and preferences are changing. It's so expensive at the university. Phone 7,000, 8,000. Students are holding it. Ask them why. Because customers are changing. Please, if you want to be successful, if you want to be innovative, and you want to run a business, please be innovative and change. As the customer tastes and preferences are changing, keep on changing. So that's why you need to do a market research to understand where they are at a point in time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that brings us to the fact that you don't stick to one strategy all along. As time goes on, you keep research good. You continue to do research, and then you adjust your strategy according to the preferences of your customers. Thank you so much. This awesome. This awesome. We are learning so much from you, because you see some people don't bring innovation into the business. They just keep doing one thing all the time. So from time to time, you need to research and then do some upgrade to yourself. Upskill.
Exactly.
Thank you. We are getting a lot from this. We are so grateful. Fred is asking, how do you identify quality partners or team members when you are just a newbie in your industry?
How do you identify partners?
Quality, yes. Okay. Good partners, quality partners or team members when you are just a newbie, you are just new in the industry.
Okay, so let me use myself as an example. Before I started identifying my partners, I looked at my weaknesses. What are the weaknesses that I have? And I realized my weakness was in ABCD, was in finance, was in Excel, was in pitching, was in this. Then I said, let me look for partners who would like to do business with me and they are in the same area and they have expertise. So I identified the partners, they had expertise in things that I had my weaknesses, and then I approached them and they realized that yes, we can work together. And then we start. For my entrepreneurial team, I look for people who don't just have the quality, but have the same vision like me, are willing to work to make things happen, are willing to come up with new things every now and then. I never want anybody who, when I discuss an idea with, he will just throw it away. I want somebody who, when I discuss and somebody who calls me for opportunities, somebody who calls me and says, have you heard about this? Have you read this book? So at a point in time, my friends and my relations changed. I look for people who have value in conversations, and that is what has helped me. So, in looking for partners, are you looking for a strategic partner? Are you looking for an unofficial partner? Are you looking for a partner can? So you need to understand what partnership do I need. So as of now, there's a guy who has done an app and he's looking for a partner. Who should he identify as a partner? Is it anybody at all or anybody who runs an app? So somebody who has experience. Then we went through the list and then we realized that there are some few people in Ghana who have done the app and are willing to help people like him. He has just launched his app 3 days ago because of who he was able to partner. And it didn't take him, the guy just took over. They are working together. He has not even asked him for anything. All he has done, he has launched it and they are working. So please think about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a wonderful session. Time is not on our side, but we are going to share. You have agreed that we share your slides. So we are
Yes.
going to share it with our viewers. It's a wonderful session. For want of time, we would have kept going on and on and on because we are getting great information from you. But because of time, I think we will do this again. We will have to bring you back some other time to give us more insightful information. We need to know a lot. You mentioned standard board, copyright office, and all that. And I believe that our viewers have taken a clue from all that you have said today and would definitely register their ideas. We saw it in the film that it's good to patent your ideas. And you have said it again, that it's a great thing to do so that you preserve your great idea and then enjoy it until you can't enjoy again. So we are so grateful. We are so grateful. Thank you, Dr. Ayiku, for collaborating with the Public Affairs session and the American Spaces. We are so grateful. Please accept our appreciation for your time and for the insightful information you shared with us today. I believe we've all heard how important it is to have an innovative business model from your great presentation today. To our viewers, we say thank you all for joining today's session. We hope that the session has been beneficial. Before ending today's program, to viewers in Ghana, we would like to tell you about an educational online resource that you may find helpful. That's the eLibrary USA. It is a state-of-the-art digital library with 9 premier electronic databases that include digital newspapers, magazines, journals, videos, and dissertations. Usually, this resource is only available to use in person at our American spaces located in the US Embassy in Atagboba. But due to the global pandemic, we are giving the public remote access to this resource. For all persons who are interested in accessing the database, please sign up using the link that will be provided in the comment box. This is a link to a form that you need to complete to register. Once you register, within 48 hours, you should receive login details to be able to access the database. It is very great. You have a lot of stuff in it. If you are teaching, if you are schooling, you just need to get this resource and you will be able to answer your research questions very well. And that concludes our program today. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope to see you on Friday, July 2nd from 10:30 to 11:30 for an interesting session on our Digital World Program series. There will be a very interesting session on Digital World Program series. So please join us. For more information about our future programs, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at US Embassy Ghana, at US Embassy Ghana. Stay safe and remember to keep wearing your mask in public. COVID is still around. Bye-bye for now and enjoy the rest of your day.